Babes, if you ever, and I mean at any point in your actual adult life, think about picking up your cellular device to call your grown man's mother to tattle on him because he walked out of a seafood restaurant, put the phone down, and seek immediate help.
Truly, like throw the phone into the nearest body of water.
Literally, throw it in the ocean. I am screaming. I am gasping for air. I am physically and spiritually unwell from the sheer magnitude of the secondhand embarrassment, girl.
I mean, it is a terrifying sickness. We are talking about a level of arrest development that honestly requires a medical intervention. Because dialing your boyfriend's mommy to complain is not just a red flag, it is a fully illuminated neon warning sign.
Babes, welcome back. We love you. We see you. And babes, we hope you've had an amazing weekend.
An amazing, drama-free, non-maternal tattling weekend, to be incredibly precise.
Exactly. But the Snark squad really needs to know that the work week is almost here. And honestly, bestie, I am not convinced I'm going to get the smell of farm off of myself in time.
Oh my God, the farm smell. It has fundamentally altered my DNA.
I am sitting in my living room right now, miles away from any agricultural zoning, and I swear to you, I still smell livestock. Like, how does hay somehow get literally everywhere?
Because hay is an invasive species. It is a malicious entity. It migrates. Why is there hay embedded in the inner zippered pocket of my luxury tote bag? I did not introduce the bag to the hay.
They never formally shook hands.
Right. And yet they are cohabitating in my closet as we speak. My pores are actively weeping.
Girl, I am still finding actual dirt in my hair. I stood in that shower and washed it 3 separate times. I used the clarifying shampoo, the intense scalp scrub, and I am still scratching my head and finding topsoil.
Well, perfume and dry shampoo can only do so much against the unyielding forces of Mother Nature. You cannot just, spritz a little Tom Ford over horse manure and expect a miracle.
And my shoes, bestie. My pristine platform sneakers are never going to recover. We need to hold a memorial service for them.
They have seen actual atrocities. So yes, to the Snark squad, we just got back from a North Carolina dude ranch, and we need to officially confirm right here on the public record, we are soft girls, not farm girls.
Not even a little bit. We tried so hard. We packed the little aesthetically pleasing flannel shirts, but the reality was a harrowing survival situation.
We have to confess the exact moments that prove this. The moments where the rustic fantasy violently shattered. I'll go first.
Yeah.
Moment number 1 that proved I am entirely unfit for the wilderness was me wearing sunscreen every 30 minutes while everyone else looked completely unbothered.
Oh my gosh, you were basting yourself like a turkey.
I was terrified of the UV index, obsessively checking my weather app, and I was just so greasy and stressed out while these actual ranch people were absorbing direct sunlight like reptiles.
Okay, moment number 1 for me was asking the ranch hand, whose name was literally Dusty, by the way, asking him where the nearest iced coffee was.
The look he gave you, girl.
He looked at me like I had asked him to explain quantum physics, and then he pointed to this rusted metal tin of cowboy coffee over an open flame, and I felt my soul leave my body.
I mean, Dusty was so confused by our mere existence. Okay, moment number 2 for me. Complaining loudly about walking uphill.
You hated the incline.
I was under the impression that nature was supposed to be flat. The incline on this property was frankly disrespectful to my calves, and I genuinely considered asking if there was a golf cart shuttle service.
You did ask the front desk.
Yeah.
They laughed at you. Okay, my moment number 2 was treating the horseback riding excursion like a bespoke luxury spa experience.
Oh, the horse assessment.
Yes, they brought out this massive animal, and I immediately started assessing its aura. I was like, does this horse have chaotic energy? Is he an Aries? I cannot ride a fire sign. They are entirely too unpredictable.
You wanted a tranquil meditation session, and instead you got a very opinionated piece of living furniture.
Exactly. Okay, what's your third moment?
Moment number 3 was being genuinely, tearfully excited when we finally realized the main lodge had central air conditioning. We walked through those wooden doors, that blast of Freon hit my face, and I experienced a legitimate religious awakening.
We wanted to write a thank you letter to the inventor of modern air conditioning right then and there.
We did. What about your third?
Refusing to touch anything remotely muddy. Like, they handed us that rope for the calf roping thing, and it was damp, and I held it with exactly 2 fingers like it was radioactive waste. Mud is a targeted violation of my French manicure.
It's an assault. Okay, moment number 4. Wondering out loud if cowboy boots come in orthopedic chic. Because the aggressively pointed toe, the hard wooden heel, it is an ergonomic disaster.
We require substantial arch support.
We need memory foam inserts. I cannot be expected to herd non-existent cattle in footwear that actively hates my skeletal structure.
No, absolutely not. Okay. My fourth moment was entirely refusing to eat those beans out of a tin can by the campfire. The presentation was giving Great Depression chic, and my digestive system politely declined the aesthetic.
You went back and ate a protein bar in absolute silence.
I needed a ceramic plate. Okay, what is your final moment?
Moment number 5. Packing silk pajamas for a log cabin. I laid out my beautiful temperature-regulating silk set on a bed that looked like it was carved by a lumberjack. The juxtaposition was violently jarring.
The flannel sheets were clinging to the silk. It was a textural nightmare. And my fifth moment was panicking over the complete lack of ambient city noise. I need a siren. The silence of the wilderness is deafening, and it forced me to sit alone with my thoughts, which I did not sign up for.
No, we need the distant rumble of a garbage truck to fall asleep. So yes, Snark Squad, we are delicate greenhouse flowers. But thank all that is holy that we made it back, because the sangria is officially on deck, and babes, it tastes even better after surviving ranch life.
Holding this glass feels like holding a survival trophy. But we have a highly serious debate to settle right now, because I saw you mixing the drinks, and we need to debate this for the squad. White sangria or red sangria? Which one deserves the crown?
Oh, we are getting right into it. I poured the red today because I needed comfort, and I stand by red sangria as the undisputed king. It is profound depth, girl.
See, I disagree completely.
Let me finish. When you let those dark cherries and blackberries macerate in an earthy red wine with brandy, it is a moody masterpiece. White sangria is just glorified apple juice, trying desperately to pretend it's a cocktail.
That is so offensive to white wine. This is why we are besties, but I have to question your palate. White sangria is crisp. It is inherently refreshing. You put fresh peaches and green apples into a crisp Pinot Grigio, and it is summer distilled into a glass.
It lacks body.
But red sangria gets entirely too heavy. It gets syrupy, like you're drinking a winter stew. White sangria is elegant, lightweight, and you can drink 3 glasses without needing a nap.
Red is an event.
An event that stains your teeth, bestie. I am not trying to look like a vampire after 1 glass. But speaking of events, we have a massive dilemma staring us in the face.
Oh no, don't remind me.
We have been invited to go bowling this weekend with the group, but babes, I kind of want to cancel and stay home.
Thank God you said it first, because I have been workshopping a fake migraine text for 3 days. It is the universal adult experience, isn't it?
It really is. You get the text on a Tuesday, and Tuesday you is an optimist. Tuesday you is like, yes, bowling. I am a fun, social person.
Right, but Tuesday you is a pathological liar. Tuesday you is making promises that Saturday you has absolutely no intention of keeping.
Exactly. Because Saturday arrives, and you realize you have to put on hard pants. Denim, perhaps.
Yeah.
You have to drive to a loud building and put your feet into footwear worn by thousands of strangers.
The communal shoes are a biological hazard. And you look at your couch, and the couch is just singing a silent song. The cushions are whispering, stay with me, we have premium snacks.
But see, here's where we usually disagree. Because I know you're already drafting the cancellation text, but part of me feels like we should absolutely go. Memories are made outside the house.
Oh, I am a hard no. Defend this chaotic stance, please.
Because we cannot just devolve into hermits. We have to venture out, throw a heavy ball down a lane, eat questionable neon nachos, and laugh. If we stay home every time the couch sings to us, we just merge with the upholstery.
I want to merge with the upholstery. Pajamas, snacks, and reality TV are peak self-care. Bowling is a chaotic, loud, mathematically confusing activity. I want to lie perfectly horizontal and judge people on television. Cancel the plans.
We will see. I might drag you out yet, but babes, by the end of that Dude Ranch weekend, we had so much dirt and mud on ourselves that we might as well call it an all-natural spa treatment.
Delusion is a powerful tool. Wield it like a sword.
Babes, enough about our own chaotic ventures. Let's get into heart and hustle. Houston!
Finally, pull me out of the mud and drop me straight into the mess. Season 2, Episode 3, you're not on my level. And let me just say, the level in question is currently subterranean.
My brain is still actively short-circuiting over the entire Chloe situation. Let's unpack this disaster. We pick up with Chloe and her 20-something boyfriend, Jordan, at a nice seafood restaurant.
Right, the quote-unquote redemption date.
Yes. Jordan is supposedly trying to win her back after his cheating scandal. But instead of apologizing, he gets super defensive, tells Chloe she talks too much, accuses her of broadcasting their business, and then literally stands up and storms out on her.
He fully abandons her at a clothed table with water glasses poured. It was the exact behavior of a toddler throwing a temper tantrum in the cereal aisle.
I was spiraling into the floorboards. The secondhand embarrassment was a physical weight on my chest. Imagine sitting there, fully dressed up with a new lip gloss, and your man just huffs and power walks into the parking lot.
I would have slid under the table and lived among the crumbs.
But the horror doesn't stop with him leaving. The absolute second the door closes, what does Chloe do? She immediately calls his mom. She speed dials Janet to lodge a formal complaint.
It is a sickness. We need to break down the toxicity of this age gap because Chloe is in her 40s. She has a mortgage. Jordan's frontal lobe hasn't even finished developing, and yet she is acting with the emotional regulation of a middle schooler.
Yes.
This is pure arrested development. Your conflict resolution strategy is to call the boys mommy. It's giving playground energy. Mrs. Janet Jordan walked away from me by the swings.
And she defended it in her confessional. She looked dead into the camera and said, if a man's mom is alive, I'm calling her to whip her son into shape. Girl, what are you talking about?
She wants Janet to be the enforcer.
Exactly. You are dating him, not co-parenting him. Why is Janet your designated safe space for romantic issues?
Because Chloe is operating from deep insecurity. She can't control Jordan, so she tries this maternal triangulation. But what she fails to grasp is that Janet will always choose her son.
Always, without fail.
Chloe can cry on the phone all she wants, but the minute she hangs up, Janet is making excuses for her baby boy. Chloe looks utterly foolish.
LaToya actually clocked her on this later in the episode. LaToya told Chloe straight to her face, you are treating him like a kid, and it's proving his point.
LaToya is the only one with any sense.
Right. He already feels the power imbalance, and then you call his mom to tattle. You just confirmed every fear he has about you viewing him as a project. What possesses a grown woman to do this?
She wants an aesthetic accessory. She wants a young guy for Instagram, but lacks the emotional maturity to handle the reality of it. Yeah. She is lucky LaToya had the patience to explain it to her, because I would have just sipped my drink and let her dig her own grave.
It is so fascinating how Chloe weaponizes a mother figure, while across town we watch LaToya completely unravel because of the profound lack of a parent. The juxtaposition was insane.
It was incredibly heavy television, a stark contrast to the absolute circus of petty drama.
It was gut-wrenching, Dusty. I am a deeply emotional person, and seeing LaToya packing up her late father's house, I was sobbing into my sangria.
The physical space of grief is so specific.
She is packing his life into cardboard boxes, and she finds his old sermon notebooks because he was a minister. She reads this entry that eerily resonates with her current turmoil, and she just breaks down.
Touching the handwriting of someone who is gone bypasses all your reality TV defenses.
Yes, it's like dismantling a museum of your childhood. She opens up to her pregnant godsister, Cece, and reveals this deep abandonment trauma. Her mom left her when she was 10, right after her grandmother died.
Catastrophic to a child's development.
And her mom didn't get mental health help. She just abandoned her. And that left LaToya with gaping abandonment issues.
From an analytical standpoint, it's a tragic case study. Watching how abandonment shapes reality stars is wild. You either take the overloving route, like LaToya admits to doing, or you become a people pleaser and act as the emotional glue for toxic friends because you're terrified they'll leave.
You overcompensate with love to fill the void.
Precisely. Or you go into a full villain era. You build ice walls and attack people before they can abandon you. LaToya has been the overlover, but right now her grief is depleting her reserves. She doesn't have the fuel for it anymore.
And she has this massive realization. She is exhausted by her own coping mechanism. She tells Cece she is ready to step back from the toxic drama and brutally prioritize her peace. And I am 100% supporting her. Protect your peace, babe.
It's the healthiest decision. And analyzing the rest of the cast in the shadow of LaToya's grief is a necessary exercise in recognizing narcissism.
Oh my God, yes.
While LaToya is packing up the remnants of her childhood, these other women are arguing over absolute nonsense. The staggering lack of perspective is abhorrent.
They are fiercely arguing about who looked at who with a funny expression, while this woman is drowning in cardboard boxes.
LaToya is bleeding out on camera to give us an authentic journey, while others are giving us the absolute manipulative bare minimum.
Which is the perfect, flawless transition to talk about the background hustlers. Elena and Munira, they are entirely dodging the reality TV assignment.
Calling them hustlers is generous. Cowards collecting a paycheck is more accurate.
You are so shady today, but I cannot even argue. Okay, let's look at Elena. She is completely dodging the mandated group therapy session. She is going through this messy separation from Josh, married 15 years, together 21.
Her entire adult life.
Yes, and she claims he's ignoring her calls, So she decides to stay home, cuddle her daughters, and focus exclusively on her piece.
How incredibly convenient for her filming schedule.
I mean, I was cooing over the kids. They were adorable, and I get wanting peace as a human. But, girl, you signed a contract. You are a main cast member. You cannot barricade yourself in your mansion and refuse to interact.
This is my biggest pet peeve. There's an unspoken contract between the reality star and the audience. We give you a platform, you give us the messy truth. Elena's breaking that contract.
She is skating by on snippets.
Right, an Instagram-curated version of a separation. Put on some heels, drive to the restaurant, and get in the mud with the ensemble. You can't collect a check to sit on your sofa.
And then we have Munira executing the exact same playbook in a different font. Her contribution is hosting a highly produced family photo shoot with her husband Norm and the kids.
Aggressively matching neutral outfits.
Yes, standing in a park, taking stiff pictures.
Yeah.
And Norm gives this cheesy, pre-scripted speech about how true wealth is family. And right as he says it, Munira's stepdaughter gives him the most bombastic, devastating side-eye I have ever seen.
That teenage child was the singular moment of authenticity in that entire scene. Give her a center apple in the intro credits immediately. Munira is putting on a theatrical production because it is painfully obvious her and Norm are struggling.
It's all smoke and mirrors. But what's infinitely worse is her role in the friend group. Because she is so busy curating this flawless image, she acts as Labrina's ultimate unblinking defender.
She clocked in for her shift as Labrina's defense attorney. She completely ignores LaToya's painful complaints and blindly defends Labrina's toxic behavior.
Yeah.
She is an enabler.
It is weak follower behavior.
Because she is terrified of Labrina.
Eh?
She knows Labrina is a vicious arguer, so Munira just nods along to protect herself from the blast zone.
It is so frustrating to watch. Which brings us to the absolute rotting core of the episode. The precious semantics and the terrifying mean girl energy. Babes, my blood pressure is spiking.
This is where it shifts from petty to genuinely dark, culturally toxic territory.
So Ro tries to act as the peacemaker. She sets up a coffee shop sit-down between Munira and LaToya, and Ro actually compares this feud to T.I. and 50 Cent.
The most delusional comparison of the season, T.I. and 50 Cent had empires. This feud is Tom and Jerry. It is Wile E. Coyote chasing the Roadrunner. Pure low-stakes nonsense.
So LaToya and Munira sit down, and the core issue comes out. LaToya is furious because Labrina looked at LaToya's plus-size, dark-skinned black friend and called her precious. And Munira tries to aggressively downplay it. She waves her hand and says, "Oh, I didn't take it as demeaning."
Let me deliver a sociological masterclass right now. Calling a black, plus-size woman precious is a deeply offensive, racially and culturally coded insult. It is a targeted reference to the movie character, designed to degrade based on an anti-fat, colorist standard of beauty.
It's never a compliment.
Every woman at that table knew the venom behind that word. For Munira to play dumb is a profound insult to LaToya's intelligence and the audience's intelligence. She is weaponizing plausible deniability.
It is textbook gaslighting, telling someone the abuse they witnessed didn't happen. And it gets worse, because later Labrina and Chloe play semantics. They claim they meant she is so precious, like a sweet person, or, my favorite lie, red carpet precious.
Red carpet precious is a phrase that has never been uttered in the history of the English language. I almost threw my TV out the window.
And the editors are undefeated because they cut right to the flashback. It shows Chloe and Labrina whispering the word, gasping, covering their mouths, and maliciously chuckling. You do not laugh like a cartoon villain when calling someone a sweet angel.
No, you don't.
I went on a passionate rant in my living room. I cannot stand this mean girl aesthetic where you throw a rock and hide your hands. You were being bullies, and now your ego refuses to take accountability.
They are cowards.
Yeah.
It is cowardice masquerading as confusion. If you're going to be a villain, own your cruelty. Say, yes, I insulted her, and I don't care, but this semantic gymnastics is pathetic.
Which leads us tragically into the disastrous climax of the episode, the therapy blowout of the century.
Oh, the chaos. The sheer volume.
Ro hires Miss Sylvia, a therapist, for group healing, but she hosts it at a public restaurant.
The first fatal flaw. You do not conduct trauma therapy next to a dessert cart.
And it's a disaster from the first second because of staggered entrances. LaToya arrives, sits down, and vents about fake people, clearly meaning Munira. But Munira literally walks in mid-sentence, overhears it, and her guard goes right up.
Total malpractice. Miss Sylvia should have her credentials investigated. You do not start group therapy until everyone is seated with a glass of water. Allowing reality stars to trickle in and overhear out-of-context fragments is setting the stage for a riot.
None whatsoever. So Munira is on edge. Then Chloe arrives hot, immediately accusing Munira of being two-faced. They start yelling. And then the final boss arrives, Labrina.
Walking in with a cumulonimbus cloud over her head.
She has a massive attitude. Miss Sylvia asks everyone to take accountability. Labrina is asked about saying the women weren't on her level. She refuses to apologize for the statement itself. She just says, I take accountability for saying F y'all when I stormed out. That was word vomit. That's it.
A masterclass in deflection. I'm sorry you reacted badly to my abuse.
Then Miss Sylvia asks LaToya. And LaToya says, I am accountable for raising my voice, but I stand 10 toes down on my issues. I am not backing down from the truth.
And the absolute second she says that,
Labrina completely loses her mind. She starts screaming across the table that Miss Sylvia asked LaToya about LaToya, not Labrina. The session devolves into anarchy. Labrina calls LaToya a bold-faced liar. LaToya yells back, delusional liar! Chloe is screaming at Munira.
Munira is shrinking in her chair, watching it like a tennis match.
It is a deafening cacophony of shrieking women.
And my favorite part, Ro, the self-appointed mediator. She completely snaps. Her blonde wig is vibrating with rage. She slams her hands down and screams at the top of her lungs, shut the hell up!
She screamed so loud, the waitress with the water glasses literally spun around and ran back into the kitchen. They scared the innocent waitstaff away. Babes, never engage in a screaming match before the appetizers have safely arrived.
It is a fundamental law of reality TV. Secure the spring rolls first.
I am physically exhausted by Labrina's refusal to just say sorry. It's 2 syllables.
Her ego will not permit it. It was a catastrophic failure of adult communication, which makes it the perfect time to pivot to ranking this mess. Let's do CEO or main character.
Yes, let's grade this chaos. We are ranking the cast on boss energy, delusion, confidence, style, and ability to win an argument. Let's debate fiercely. Who takes boss energy?
I'll take this one. A rare, undisputed 10 out of 10 to LaToya. Sitting there, looking Labrina in the eye, standing 10 toes down on her truth while actively grieving. That is the pinnacle of boss behavior. 0 points to Elena hiding under a cashmere blanket.
Completely agree. LaToya takes it. But for delusion, oh girl, this is a bloodbath. I want to give it to Labrina for the red carpet precious lie, but I think the trophy goes to Chloe.
I will fight anyone who disagrees. Chloe gets a 12 out of 10 for delusion. She called the biological mother of a man in his 20s over a shrimp cocktail walkout. She genuinely believed Janet would revoke his PlayStation privileges.
It is terrifyingly true. Okay, confidence.
Deeply pained to say this, but Labrina. It takes a sociopathic amount of confidence to walk into a room of women who despise you, refuse to apologize, double down, and yell over a licensed therapist. It's dark, but potent.
True. Okay, what about style? Someone needs visual points.
Munira. She may be a spineless defense attorney, but her outfits are tailored to the millimeter. She follows in high couture.
I will give her that. The aesthetic is correct. But for ability to win an argument, Munira gets a -0. I actually think the winner is Ro.
Ro. She caused a civilian casualty with the waitress.
Exactly. Sometimes winning an argument is just about volume and inflicting sheer terror. She shut the entire table down. Everyone was dead silent. She won by default of sonic dominance.
Terrifying, but accurate. Which makes me think, let's build a soft girl business retreat for these women. We are assigning roles for a mandatory getaway in Sedona. I'll take the wellness guru.
Oh, Elena is the wellness guru. The type who never leads a session, just stays locked in her luxury yurt posting cryptic Instagram stories about toxic vibrations, and sends her intern to hand out cucumber water, hiding from conflict under the guise of wellness.
Spot on. Goop villain energy. The networking queen is Ro. Sending 14 doodle polls to the group chat, trying to coordinate trust falls, sweating, trying to force everyone to hold hands while they actively try to stab each other with artisanal skewers.
The happy hour host is LaToya, but only for the first 10 minutes. Once they bicker over the drink menu, she locks the door to the bar and drinks premium tequila alone in the dark because she's depleted by their chaotic energy.
The drama coordinator is Labrina. She just breathes oxygen and a feud starts.
Yeah.
The secret itinerary. 2 p.m. semantic argument. 3 p.m. character assassination. 4 p.m. dramatic storm out during the sound bath.
And the one who never checks the schedule is Chloe, missing the sunrise intention circle because she's in the decorative bushes trying to get cell service to call Jordan's mom about the pillow thread count.
And Jordan is absolutely in the lobby playing Mario Kart on a Switch.
The accuracy is frightening. Okay, let's do group chat receipts. Imagine the private cast chat after this episode aired.
Oh, a radioactive wasteland. It starts with Roe doing damage control. Ladies, despite minor hiccups, I am proud of us for gathering. Let's focus on healing. Praying hands emoji. Sparkle emoji.
And immediately, Labrina replies with a peace sign emoji, and the automated gray text pops up. Labrina has left the group.
Which sends Munira into a tailspin. Double texting. Wait, why did she leave? Are we fighting? Someone add her back. I need to know she's not mad at me.
Latoya doesn't even type a reply. She just haha reacts to the notification that Labrina left. Top tier silent assassin shade.
Then Elena chimes in, 3 hours later having read nothing. Sorry, ladies. Kids are crazy. Hope therapy went well. Shooting star emoji.
And Chloe, misreading the room, sends a screenshot of her texting Janet, but accidentally tags Jordan in the cast chat.
Followed by a wall of panic. Chloe unsent a message.
And Ro ignores it all and says, sending a new doodle poll for next Tuesday.
And Latoya replies, unsubscribe.
Beautiful, catastrophic chaos. Okay, before we wrap, time for the Rich in Life Awards. Let's give out our superlatives.
I will start with best energy. It goes to Cece, Latoya's pregnant god sister. Waddling in with packing tape, providing a safe, fiercely supportive space for her friend to cry. Authentic, best friend energy.
A real one in a sea of fakes. Okay, most chaotic friend is unanimously Chloe. The frantic dialing, chasing the man, lying about the precious comet. She is a walking tornado of bad decisions.
Most likely to accidentally start drama goes to Miss Sylvia, the therapist. She literally poured premium gasoline on a roaring campfire, accidentally produced an Emmy-worthy episode of reality TV.
She secured the guest star bag. Soft Girl of the Week goes to Elena. I dragged her, but refusing to attend a high-decibel screaming match so you can cuddle on a velvet sofa is the dictionary definition of protecting your soft girl era.
And Hustler of the Week is Ro, desperately trying to rebuild a bridge blown up with dynamite. It's a doomed hustle, but her blinding work ethic is unmatched.
Earning her spot on the call sheet. All right, Snark Squad, we have unpacked the chaos, and we are dying to know your thoughts. Could you survive a dude ranch, or are you permanently in the soft girl sanctuary?
Are you team stay home with premium snacks, or team go bowling with communal footwear?
Which sangria wins? Crisp white or moody red?
And which cast member brought the most hustle and chaos this week?
But babes, before we go, we want to leave you with a deep, messy final thought. We watched this therapy session completely implode. But did the presence of those reality TV cameras actually cause the therapy to fail?
The ultimate observer effect paradox. Are genuine healing and accountability inherently incompatible with reality television? Can you ever truly be real when there is a boom mic hovering 3 feet above your head and you're performing for a paycheck?
It is the messiest question of all. Thank you so much for listening, babes. Remind yourselves to like, comment, subscribe, and share this pod with another snarker who desperately needs a laugh today.
Stay soft, stay messy, and we'll see you on the snark side.